Hi, party people.
What's up, you guys? Back at it again with the Wandering Womax. Driving to the lake again. We just got all riled up talking about how to sell your TV. So now we're going to talk about the difference between having one kid and two kids. We got a bunch of advice from everybody, or pointers, or whatever you want to call it, about
having them close.
Yeah, having them close.
Worth it.
And all those things. And it's so worth it. Oh my gosh, they're best friends. And yeah,
Two under two club.
So we're still knees deep in this because we have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and we're gonna give you the truth about having kids that are this close to each other, and then maybe years from now we'll follow it up with everything is peaches and cream. But so one kid.
Well, in the beginning we wanted 4 kids.
And
now
we
we're
met
okay
Jen. What happened was Jen wanted 6 kids. I said 2. We settled at 4. Now we're at 2. Not sure what's going to happen from here. We'll see what happens. So anyways, well, what happens is everybody tells you that you need to have your kids really close together because then they'll be best friends and they'll do all things together and blah 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 thing, and then you're done with everything.
True.
Which
we're
I think
now.
that's it's
so
starting.
wonderful.
It's getting there.
Lindley's a little bit rough, but
what people
loving rough.
wouldn't emphasize, they would say all that stuff in like 12-point font. In 5-point font
like
at the
0,
bottom,
like 1
with a little asterisk, it'd say that first year is kind of hard, and we'd be like, we can handle it. We can handle kind of hard. Like,
we got this.
We've moved
because
around
like
the world.
Lindley, I mean, she was a hard baby, but she was a breeze. Like we just strapped her on in the ergo, and we just everywhere.
So then 2 kids happens, and we're like, okay, kind of hard. We're down for that. That's what's gonna happen this first year. That was
also
wrong.
like life with 1, it's like if you get tired, you just pass it off. No big deal. Pass the baby off. No big deal, because it's like, oh, okay, your turn. You take it. Whatever. So like our life barely changed. Like we had friends in like the music industry, and so we would be at bars pretty late, like midnight, 1 in. Like that was like kind of our regular routine all over the place. And like Lindley was amazing, but with 2, oh my gosh,
your brain never stops.
It's man-to-man defense, and like also like with 1, life stops, and you get to like embrace the baby, be there. It's just like such a beautiful time. But 2, it's like life's still going, and you're just like hanging on for dear life. You're like, it's like whenever like you are tubing behind a boat and the driver is crazy, and you're like flying in the air and you're still trying to hold on to the tube. I don't know if anyone has experienced this. Kyle's a crazy boat driver, and I've had near-death experiences, and it felt like that. It just felt like that, like trying to hold on for dear life, and yeah, make sure everyone's still alive and still has.
I'm the most calm, cool, collected guy in the world, I think. And then we had 2 kids, and there was this thing called frustration that started happening. This thing called anger that I've heard about my whole life, but I've never really completely experienced. Those things started happening.
So
and now
crazy,
I don't know what to do. I
guys.
feel like my head's gonna explode. So I don't know what all you guys that have been dealing with anger your whole life. I don't know how you deal with that your whole life, because I literally feel like my head's gonna blow up sometimes. But it's okay. We made it through the first year. Literally the day after the first year, things started getting better.
It was insane.
I feel like we're on the downslope.
It's great.
Lindley is 3 going on 21. And so that might add some new level of difficulty. But
also we have like Lindley, who's very like, like the world's at her fingertips, will jump off the highest ledge. Like she was pretty much raised in a gym, not afraid of anything. And Maya, who couldn't be more opposite between like colorings, demeanor, personality. She'd rather just sit by herself and just do like anything besides like be around people. And she's super clingy. So it's like it's like trying to find the balance between the 2 is rough, because like also like you are still living your life, doing your own thing, but still having to a little bit like adapt to them, but not. It's crazy. It's just
also know that it's going to be different for everybody and every kid, because the worst thing people do to us nowadays is people like 2 kids wasn't bad, but 3 kids, oh my gosh. Like all you're doing is you are just giving us birth control every time you tell us that, because if it is worse than what it's been the last year,
the first year is really hard. Just know that.
Yeah.
terribly hard.
Unless it's not. Unless it's easy for you. Maybe it'll be
That's
easy for
great.
you.
That
but
may
everybody's a little
be
different.
super whatever. Your second kid may be awesome, who knows? But like the two, it's hard because you can't even like pass off the baby anymore. It's like we have to distract both children at the same time. So we can't even like comfort each other like, it's okay, she's crying, but it's all gonna be okay. Yeah.
Anyways, we're rambling at this point. So yeah, I don't know what that tells you. That's just our experiences. But this is the Womack show, so we're gonna just say what we want to say. Alright, yeah, have fun. Peace and blessings.